and sisters, there is.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another night, another magnificent night of the ESEA ESL Pro League. So we've got a few matches coming up for us tonight, and we're going to be starting off strong as well with NiP versus Envy. But of course, joining me for this broadcast is going to be Anders, none other than himself. What's up, man? You good?
Wow, Sandro, you always assume it's my name just because it's me on Mumble. I mean, it's a bit much. But you're right, it is me. It's me. I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah, they're
How are you
having
doing?
like a Harley convention outside or something. I don't know what the hell's going on. But now I've closed the window, so we shouldn't have any problems there. Should be good now. But yeah, dude, I think we're pretty much we're set. We're good to go. We should be getting into the match fairly soon here. We did get a GoTV IP, but first we're going to go ahead and talk about a main sponsor in this league, and that is none other than Vulcan. Oh,
Yes,
oh, I'm
yes,
looking at your
indeed.
lineup here, bro. Oh, you took a totally different tack. Okay, there's gonna be something to talk about here. I'm gonna bring mine up first, just so we can take a look at that. But yeah, we're gonna bring up mine first, real quick.
Well,
Let's see.
okay, so first of all, there were 3 teams in tonight's pool, right? Or at
Yeah.
least there are 3 matches. So it's like NiP versus Envy, then it's Envy versus Nabi, and then it's PS versus FNC. And that took me like half an hour to figure out what was going on. But obviously, it's just Pentasports versus Fnatic. It's just that the shorthands for those 2 teams were confusing me for quite a while.
All right,
But
so you want to go through yours real quick? We can start off with yours then, and then
yeah. Should I read mine out, or should you want to do it?
I got the screen up now with yours going here. You actually did a bit better of a job managing your money than I did, so already a bit of an advantage there. But
Yeah.
let's see. Okay,
I mean,
okay.
I just thought, okay, since Envy are playing twice tonight, I want as many Envy players as I can get.
Right.
So I thought, who's going to be playing well tonight? It's kind of hard to know, but I feel like it's time NBK and Happy did a little bit more. And that's like my wild card. Sometimes he goes nuts, and sometimes he's a bit more in the background. So I was hoping today is going to be one of the days where he really hits it off. But I mean, they're playing some pretty good teams as well, so it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, I like your combination. You've got JW there as well. So and Olaf Meister. Well, I went with Olaf Meister too, but that's like obvious, right? You just get that. You just take that pick and go with it.
Well, I was gonna not do that because I thought you were definitely gonna do it. So I thought maybe I should just hope that Olaf has a bad day and then pick someone else. But I couldn't meta game that far. I gave up along the way.
Yeah, and then you had JW too. Okay, hold on. So let's take a look. Okay, so now we have his group. He's got Happy Calling. We think alike, Anders, because I've got Happy Calling too. But hold on, let's see. Should be
Yeah.
in here. We should be good. Where's mine? Is that mine? Why is it not changing? Why is it not changing? Come on.
If you click on the top one, it should. I think.
There we go.
Yeah. I see that you have Smiths in here and Pronax and everything. Wow. Yeah, we did go a different line this time.
Where is mine? Damn it.
Well,
There it
should
is.
I?
Okay, I got it.
Okay, there we go.
I got it. Right. All right. So for some reason, yeah, I wasn't switching over, but we should be good. We should be good now. So there we go. Yeah, you guys can see my lineup. I've got Happy Calling as well, and I went with the same tactic, 3 Envy players, except that I went with Smiths instead of Shocks, just because I feel like Smiths these days has actually been shown a pretty good level, whereas Shocks is
Yeah.
still kind of like middling. The last couple of matches we cast of Envy, it's actually been Smiths and like NBK at the top. So I was like, okay, maybe tonight we get a little bit more of the same.
I think maybe even though it sounds weird to say it, I think Smith might be more consistent than Sharks actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might not be a bad pick actually.
I went with a triple. I went with like the double triple threat basically. Like 3 Envy players, obviously, 3 Fnatic players because I think that they're gonna just like completely thrash Penta, and then exist and get right. I've got as my my NiP players for the first match of the night. So I kind of went for a balance there. I think this could be pretty good. I think this could work out.
Well, I guess we're about to find out. I mean, in not too long, it's going to be NiP versus Envy as the first match on Cobblestone as well, I believe.
Yeah, exactly.
So actually, I mean, I suppose that's the ultimate level of doing this Vulcan stuff. If you also like take into account the maps and try and figure out like who's good on what map, like if Smith was playing Dust 2, obviously you want to pick him a bit more, maybe, stuff like that.
That's yeah, exactly right.
It's the next level, somewhere. It's the next level.
Well, the thing is like Smith doesn't even op on Dust 2 anymore. That's the problem, right? It's so hard to predict what Envy are going to be doing these days because it doesn't even seem like they know what they're doing anymore. Like they're kind of all over the place, just trying to shift up their game to become to just kind of revitalize their game, right? That's what they have to do. They were in a similar situation to Fnatic, where it's like everybody figured out kind of how they want to play, and so all of a sudden you've got these big shifts coming in as far as the actual strategy is concerned, and I think there was a loss of confidence there as well for Smiths, because once his flash combo got figured out at mid doors, I think he kind of started going like, I don't know if I want to op anymore. However weird that sounds, because he was just so dominant on that map. It always kind of seems like ever since that trick seems to have gotten figured out, Smiths has kind of taken a step back from picking up that big green gun.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you could be right. You could be right. We've been seeing different, players sort of phase it in and out, and maybe they just don't feel like they need him as much on that map anymore. What? Tell me.
I like switch to the game and then it kills my game. All right, so hold on. I gotta get back into the game now. Smooth.
Perfect.
You have a good day, bro? Everything all right?
Yes. I mean, I've been sort of mentally preparing myself and trying to get everything sorted out for DreamHack. I've got to travel there tomorrow by train, which is actually great. I really love train. I love riding on trains. I don't know why. Like, 6-hour train ride. It's definitely a good idea.
Yeah, right. So you're gonna be coming up. You're not taking the car this time. You're gonna come up with the train.
I'm gonna go with the train, yeah, and I'm gonna just put on nice music and enjoy the Swedish countryside for a couple of hours. And I'm actually looking forward to it. I don't know why, it's like sort of a mental disconnect for me riding on a train. I should go on like an Interrail thing at some point.
Yeah, that's like the What? Wait, is that like the that ticket that you can buy that takes you everywhere? And
yeah, exactly. You go like the whole of Europe on train. Don't know what people do apart from riding trains. I guess they also stop every once in a while and actually visit like different cities and stuff. But I could see it.
That's
maybe one day.
That's when you actually have like weeks off to be able to just go from place to place, or if you wanted to go for like a quick weekend trip. There you go, right? That's what that is. That was actually my Euro trip when I was like 19. Came over with some friends and we ended up buying an Interrail and just going like France, Spain, and just going wild basically. Barcelona is a crazy place. Barcelona, and then we spent like a few days in Ibiza as well, which was also completely insane. That feels like, but that's the thing, man. When it's like that long ago, it just feels like another life, or almost. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like that happened to me. Like I did that really? Huh? Okay.
Well, there's this time somewhere we could do it again.
Damn straight, bro.
We'll just find a new location, new destination.
You know what's gonna happen? It's gonna be like Room on Fire on wheels, or on rails, basically. And then we're just gonna get that 4G connection or 3G connection, depending on which country we're in, right? And laptop, and just there you go, live stream podcast from the train as we move across Europe from place to place.
I don't think we can get an uplink that good, but it would be cool if it could be done.
It's like worth a shot, right, man? Come on, you gotta believe. In Sweden, we'd be fine. In Sweden, it'd be like 100%, just like totally cool.
Yeah, I mean, in the beginning, I ran the stream from a 4G connection. That was actually better than my copper wiring, so it can work. It can be done. Right. So actually, just looking at the game here, it seems like almost everyone is joined on the server. Yeah, we're not missing anyone, are we? I think it's cool.
We should probably go over right now is like the importance of this match, because it's starting to get pretty tight up at the top of the food chain, man. If you look at the groups, it's starting to get a bit out of hand. TSM are sitting very firmly at the top now, having secured a couple of wins. They're actually sitting at the top of the pack, and I'd say they're pretty much guaranteed a spot at the LAN now, barring like some massive, huge, incredible upset comeback, which is possible with Envy, because Envy still have quite a few games to play. But they are sitting really hot. They've got 2 games left to play in this group, and they're going to be pretty much locked in. They have 22 games total. They've played 20 of them. They've got a 15-0-5, and they're sitting at 45 points. So they're pretty much leading the pack right now. The runners-up are EnvyUS. They've played 16 matches. They've got 11-0-5 record, and they've got 33 points. Now, that's the thing where it gets kind of crazy is now when you start getting into the lower matches, because there's still a few to be played out. But like Fnatic, 15 matches played, 11-0-4. Hellraisers, they've played 18, 11-0-7, and then NiP are in the 5th spot right now. 18 games played as well, 11-0-7, just like Hellraisers.
Damn.
So that's the scary thing right there, is that NiP, man, they have 4 games left in this league. to get up into that top 4 slot. Like, they need to win every game from here on out. And it's not going to be easy versus Envy on Cobble.
Oh, no, definitely not. So, yeah, everything matters at this point if you're NiP. It'd be a shock, I think, if NiP don't qualify. But then again, the way this tournament is structured, it's kind of a shock no matter what. Like, there's always going to be a couple of teams left out. By the way, I'm seeing in the chat a couple of you are saying if that your microphone is still a little bit low, so I don't know if you can turn up the gain just a tiny bit, maybe. That's pretty. That would
scooch it up a little bit, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
is that a bit better?
I think that's going to be better.
Yeah,
that'll
I
keep
haven't
people
touched.
happy.
That's the thing, though. It's like I haven't touched a thing since the last broadcast, right? So
Yeah.
going off of that, right, it should be identical. Like, we should be good from the last time. But then, of course, there's always like these little gnomes that start running around and messing with PC settings and everything like that, of course, between broadcasts, right? So you can never really trust anything. Everything just kind of changes. It's like Skype. Nightmare.
Yeah, it's, you'd think technology would just stay the same like that, but it's not. It's crazy.
All right, well, I've upped it just a little bit, and we'll see if that's good enough for you guys. Also, kind of like we're talking conversational voices right now. Once we get into like the thick of things, I don't want to rip your ears either. So we'll find that balance as we go, guys. But yeah, like as far as the group is going right now, it's really tense. Like starting to get up to the top, within the top 6, even top 7, because Navi are there as well. They've got 15 games played, but they're sitting on a 9-0-6. So it's getting to that point now where every loss is really going to hurt you if you're trying to be at the top of the pack. Like TSM right now they're sitting pretty and they're looking really good. Like Envy, Fnatic, Hellraisers, like that's where it's starting to get really scary. Hellraisers though, man, like where did this come from? All of a sudden, Hellraisers, they're just like pumped like mad. They've won like 2 games last night, I believe, and then they lost versus TSM. But like, they're just wild right now.
Yeah, if they managed to qualify, that would be a huge victory for them, wouldn't it? That would be quite upsetting. It's only 4 spots in the European qualifier for a European team, obviously. So I don't know. Like, if you just had to call it based off the current sort of top 4, you'd probably end up with like I guess TSM, Fnatic are the obvious ones. Envy as also an obvious one. They need to pick a 4th team, but I don't think many people would be thinking Hellraisers. You'd be thinking NiP or Virtus Pro or something like that, right? Maybe Navi before Hellraisers even. So yeah, that would be a big win for them, obviously. But they are pretty hard-working lately, aren't they? They've really been putting a lot of time into the game.
Hellraisers, yeah, and they came out of Fragbite and they were like highly motivated as well. They're just like, okay, well, we see where the problems are, and we're seeing like maybe the changes that need to be made. Another thing that's crazy about Hellraisers and their style is that it's actually Adrian and Angel both calling right now. So they have like a dual calling thing going on. Where when I heard that, I was just like, wait, Adrian, like repeat that, and he's like, yeah. So I call around, and then Angel calls around. But Angel always has the final say, so if I want to do something, maybe he can override it. And I'm just like, this sounds so confusing, bro. You need to cut that out. You need to determine who is going to be leading the team, make that call, and go from there, right? Maybe you have a guy who's helping with the mid-round calls, that sort of thing, and that's where you can come in. But if you guys are both calling the shots, that just sounds confusing. And, well, maybe I don't know. Maybe they're starting to tighten up on the leadership right now. Maybe that's what's led to a huge night for them last night. Basically upsetting a couple teams and getting all the way up into the 4th slot here. Imagine if they win the next 4 games, though. Yeah, that would be just wild, because I guess everybody's like the dream would be like TSM, Envy, Fnatic, and VP or NiP. But that would be like the dream of the top of the food chain, pretty much.
But that's mad, because what really worries me then is, like, as you said, like VP or NiP, but you don't want to make that choice, do you? You want both of them in here. Yeah. And obviously we know that's not going to be true, but yeah, it's gonna get a bit wild no matter what happens, really, and even more wild if Hellraisers steal that spot away. But we've always referred to them as the bracket killers, or the people who always sort of screw up the bracket, right? Maybe they're just doing it extra early on here.